Hi guys, in today's video we will check works of one of the English illustrators. This is a small collection of children's books illustrated by this artist, which is in the public domain. So his drawings from these particular books are free from copyright and can be used for both personal and commercial purpose. These illustrations are quite funny and quirky. They're in black and white and in color as well. As you can see on the screen, there are plenty of the images which can be reused, especially on junk journal designs, scrapbooks, and also on your print-on-demand products. Black and white designs can be easily used as coloring books, for example, and sold on Amazon KDP platform. By the way, all the links to these illustrations are in the free PDF file which you can download from my Gumroad store. Link is in the description below. You can easily rework these illustrations in graphic design software like Photoshop or Affinity Photo or GIMP. Alternatively, they can be traced and vectorized in Adobe Illustrator or in Inkscape. I have already covered this site in my previous videos, but this is so massive that no matter how many videos I would create, I have a feeling that I would not be able to show all of the goodies that are hidden there. You can literally spend months and months going through these works and you still will not go through all of them. I've decided to create a series of videos about individual illustrators, cartoonists and artists that have their work hosted on Archive.org. Whether you are selling digital designs or designing and creating physical products, this small collection is a real treasure trove. You can use the whole image or just a part in many examples. We've seen great illustrations which could be a base for frame quotes, easily edited by just removing the middle part, and the frame looks perfect for a funny quote or a vintage baby shower invitation, or simply as a print for kids' room. You can also remove text and leave a nice typography antique lettering design which starts with A, and other letters that appear in this book. There are quite a lot, not the whole alphabet, but still many of these could be used as the basis of your design. Don't limit yourself to create products only. These can be great as memes or a form of your shop promotion on social media. You can create really funny posts for your Facebook, Instagram profiles or for your blog page and engage with your audience. On top of using illustrations, you can also use text, covers and pretty much all what you can extract from these books. But bear in mind that this applies to these books only from this particular site. And it does not mean that you can take, for example, a modern edition of Hans Christian Andersen book and extract the illustrations. It would be a big no-no, as you would be breaking law. The artist is called William Heath Robinson, and he illustrated books by Rudyard Kipling, Hans Christian Andersen, William Shakespeare, and many others. One other thing, bear in mind that not all of his books are in public domain, but the books which I will be showing you today, they are. You can find his books collections on Internet Archive. The direct link to this collection is in the free PDF and in the description below the video. Alternatively, follow along with me. Let's go to archive.org, type in William Heath Robinson, and hit enter. I have covered both basic and advanced search method on archive.org in my other videos. So link to the playlist should pop up somewhere about now in the right top corner. Alternatively, check the description. As you can see, here we have unfiltered results, which means that we get all the files that are available on archive.org. That includes images, text, audio. In some cases you will get video files and some other files as well. And many of them that are not in the public domain and are available to borrow only. So if something is available to borrow only, you can't use it. It's still copyrighted. That's what I mean. To get to the core list of books that are copyright free, on the left hand side we've got a set of filters. Let's go to availability and click on always available, and that will filter out all other stuff or majority of it. So once we are here, then just scroll down, choose English, and we're down to 29 results, out of which I believe about 22 or maybe 25 are his. There are some multiplications in here, so you might get two the same titles. And the decision is up to yourself. As you see, some of them, they were scanned by different libraries, so some of them, they're going to be better copies than others. But overall, there are about 22 titles. let's open this one, Build a Minder. Open link in a new tab. Once we're on this page, scroll down just a little bit to see the metadata. Here we have many details about this book, like publication date, like publisher, the contributor language, also how it was scanned. And the most important field for us is copyright evidence. And it says evidence reported by scanner, no visible notice of copyright. Stated date is 1912. And to be perfectly honest, even without this copyright evidence note, I know for a fact that this book is still in the public domain, because all the books published in US before 1925 are in the public domain, and that one was published 1912, so it's automatically in public domain. All right, let's get to the book itself. Toggle the full screen just by clicking here. Then click on the 4 squares. It's called a thumbnail view. As you see, we've expanded the view to so many pages. And now click the zoom out button as many times as it allows you. So you see that we can preview more pages at once. And pick just about any image that you would like to download. Let's say I would like to download this one, The King of Troy. So I'm just gonna click on it. So here actually the download, it all depends on your needs. You can download as is from here by just save image as, or you can zoom in as close as you can and then click Save Image As. The difference is in the image resolution. The zoom to the maximum image is very large, which means that it has a better quality or better resolution. However, you might decide that you do not want a large version of this image, so just go with the first option. Now, after downloading, click the 4 squares again, just to get back to the preview, and you can download another image. Both settings will stay until you move to another book, or reset the zoom for multi-image view and single image view. We have here many images which you can easily edit in Adobe Photoshop. Many of these could be used as coloring books and sold on Amazon KDP. The opportunities here are endless. Oh, by the way, if you hear any voices that I'm very sorry for that, but there are kids playing in the garden, so I will try to clear the audio, but you might still hear that. Now, let's check one more book and we'll wrap up this video. Let's open Water Babies. And repeat what we have done in the previous example. Toggle the full screen, click on the 4 squares, zoom out, and let's just check this book. There are plenty images here, as well as in the previous example that you could use. Many of them, they are quite good to fit in text, so you can add some extra text. They can be easily edited, at least the black and white, the black and creamish color. They can be easily edited in Photoshop. You can vectorize them in Illustrator or Inkscape. And also the color images you can use as well. So basically all of that, what you see here, you can create new products from it. You can create upon. You can just take the text and publish your own book with that text. Amazon KDP platform, it will allow you to publish public domain book, but you just need to add at least 10 new illustrations to the book. So if you would create, if you'd like to publish that, republish that book, just add either your editor's note, maybe 2 or 3 pages of your text, and maybe add some illustrations too. You can mix and match illustrations from different books and add it to that one, or you can maybe hire someone or a platform like Fiverr, pay them for creating 10 illustrations. And bang, you've got a book which you can publish. So that would be another income stream. What else I've seen? I've seen people using the single pages as textures. That one is not particularly an interesting texture. However, some of them, they are stained. Some of them, they have let's say, maybe we'll find an example here. Some of them, they have a bit more to it. They are either damaged or stained or something that you can actually set it as a background to a new image or to your junk journal design. And other people I've seen actually on Creative Market, I've seen people selling the first pages, the covers. I've seen people selling the frames, which you can extract from here and just change the text. That part, you can basically take the whole design, straighten it, and just edit the background, and maybe just delete the contents from here and add it to your own book, or add it to your own design, or a social media meme or something. Here, that could be a really cool coloring book. Whenever I'm actually checking archive, usually I'm just planning to be here for 2 hours, and I'm spending 5-6 hours, so pretty much almost my whole day of work is spent here on the archive, because I keep finding new stuff, and all of that is interesting to me. So there are quite a lot of fairy tales. Like in this example, you can even extract the letters, the type from here, and create a set of kind of quirky vintage antique letters. I've seen that kind of sets, the products sold on various sites. Like, so there was particularly one set only with these letters from old books. So pretty much someone researched hundreds of books and pulled just the letters, ran them through vector-based software like Illustrator on Inkscape, and created SVG files, PNG files, JPEGs, and Adobe Illustrator files. Created a bundle of these letters. There was maybe 200 or 300 letters. They've added a gold foil, and they've added a silver background and kind of a copper background as well. And you could create really cool typography projects from that set. So there is something which would be particularly interesting for someone who likes fairies, for someone who likes witches, and things like that. Based on this book, you've got every single chapter starts with a different letter in a different style. Maybe these two are the same, but still, look on that one. And all of the small images, they can be vectorized. So you don't have to pay for the subscription for Adobe Creative Suite. You can just run it through Inkscape and still create a vector. And that one here, wow, just the design is ready. So there is one more thing. On occasion, when the image is still loading, you might not see the save image as option. You might have just save site as. So whenever you're gonna have that problem, just put your cursor on the actual illustration and right click, because you might end up saving just if you're gonna be running on autopilot, and I bet that you will after a few downloading illustrations from a few books, then you might end up just downloading the site, which you don't want. You want to download the image. So if it happens, just you need to go back and just click anywhere on the illustration, on the lines, not on the background. In this case, even on the background, it still allows me to save image as, but in some cases it will not. So just to remember that. If you have any value out of this video, then like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to check other videos and download the free public domain sites list. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.